Hi, I'm Troy from Studio 33 Guitar. Today we're going to look at the 4 essential guitar chords you need to know. We're going to look at the best way to play them, and I'll give you some tips on how to change from one chord to another smoothly. We're going to go through these 4 chords pretty quickly, but if you would like a more in-depth look at these chords and the theory behind them and tips on how to play them better, you can also check out our website, studio33guitarlessons.com. where we break down each chord, look at the theory, and we'll also learn some strumming patterns to help you play your favorite songs. The G chord is going to start with your middle finger on the 3rd fret on the low E string. So again, make sure that you get that note close to the fret and make sure that you have a good curl around to your fingers. You're playing with your fingertips. So middle finger on there, your index finger the next string down, but back 1 fret. That note right there. Now the next 3 strings we're actually going to leave open, so we're not going to put any fingers on those next 3 strings. But on the highest string, we're going to play this note right here, so the 3rd fret on the highest E string. So you can play that a couple of different ways. Sometimes you'll see it shown with the ring finger playing that note, and that would sound like this. You can also play it with your pinky finger. Now I said I was going to show you the variation that I think is the most useful, the one that I recommend, and that would be like this. Playing with your pinky finger down, but also adding in your ring finger on this note, 3rd fret on the B string. So now you have 4 fingers down, playing all 6 strings. Now the reason that I recommend playing it this way with these 2 fingers down is because you may remember those are the same 2 notes that we used in that E minor 7 chord. The E minor 7 chord looks like this. The G major chord is like this. So those 2 notes get to stay in that same position for both of those chords. And that's really helpful when you're changing from one chord to another to be able to leave some fingers in the same position. It'll make your chords change a lot smoother because you're not having to move as many fingers. You may have also noticed that the G major chord and E minor chord also share the note that's being held down by the index finger. So the G major chord played like this, and the E minor chord played like this. The only thing that changes is our middle finger. So that becomes a lot easier to make one chord change to the other. If you were to use some of the other fingerings that I showed you, like for example, this one, to play that G major chord, now to go to that E minor chord, you need to move those 2 fingers, move your ring finger up, and now add your pinky finger down. But if we leave those 2 fingers there, we can just keep them for both of those chords. So that's why I recommend using the G major chord with these 2 fingers down like that.